Welcome back to Beaver Creek. My name is Nico, and today we're going to build some custom barn doors. Let's get to it. These are some of the 2x4s that I had drying since last year. I ran them through the planer. They're now 1.5 by 3.5. Probably the nicest 2x4s I've ever seen. So we need 4 of these at 53.25 and 4 of them at 80. Wish I had a nice workbench that was big enough to assemble these, but my space isn't all that big. So we'll do it on the floor. Gonna pre-drill. All right, here's the center brace. Okay, there's one. Now let's get the second one cut. All right, let's see how this fits. There we go. Perfect. Got 15 boards here planed down to 3/4 of an inch. We'll edge all these down to 7.25 on the track saw, and then we'll run them through the shaper and do shiplap on them. And I think that should cover all the doors. This is the bottom of our sill plate. We're going to burn it to help protect it. This will be against the concrete. There will be a piece of vapor barrier underneath it, but this will just help it last longer. Now just some clear wood sealer. Put that on there and brush it on. All right, I've got both doors trimmed up. Here's both doors right next to each other. Looking pretty good. And I plan on doing a design in the middle once we get everything hung, and we'll play with that. But that looks pretty good so far. Let's get some clear on it. We've got to get these doors temporarily in so I can figure out where the hinges are going to go. I think what I'm going to do is line it up and then screw it into the frame. Then it'll stay where it's supposed to stay. So I've got some timber locks here. These will go into the outside here. I'm hoping that'll be strong enough. Then I can replace these deck screws with larger hardware. I just have to go get some. If this will hold it, then when I get all the permanent hardware and the third hinge in the bottom, then that'll definitely hold it. Okay. That's plenty strong with just the two, so when I get that third one in, it'll be perfect. Let's get this guy in. Now here, I think, is where we're going to have to make adjustments. It fits. It fits pretty good. So I carved up some door handles. Here they are. I have a good idea of what I'm going to put in the center here. So these are just temporary for now. Now I can open up the doors. But I have some cool things here to hang. So let's get those hung. First up is a 2-man felling saw. All right, I think that looks pretty neat. And next up is an ice saw. This one is really cool. From around the 1800s, or at least 1854 is when the company that made it was established. This guy is pretty sharp. They want it to fall on me. All right, I think that looks pretty good for now. All right, guys, our barn doors are built and all finished up. Thank you guys for coming along. I hope you learned something new. We'll see you on the next one.